Hello, my friends. Today I want to share a short message and meditation with you about empowerment from within. It's interesting, when we seek an external source to either validate us or to give us permission to do something, we automatically, without even realizing it often, give our power away. We surrender our free will, our sovereignty, which is such a gift to have that free will and that sovereignty. And often we allow things like fear to push us into a state of seeking external validation, being afraid to speak certain things or ask certain questions. I want to help us move beyond that fear today and find that empowerment from within ourselves. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Power that comes from within, power that flows from this divine source through us out into the world. Not a power that we tap into externally, but a power that we tap into internally and bring it forth and out. Love, power, love, and sound mind. Love is what is the antidote to fear. And a sound mind. The sound mind is clarity, knowing what we're here for, being confident in it, and not getting distracted from our purposes and our path. Fear is not of our higher self, of our soul self. Fear is of the ego. And fear is a very common motivator in the world. Fear energy drives so much of what does happen in the world. Fear has a lot to do with the current challenge we are all collectively facing. But fear also is what drives many people to create. Fear drives many people to succeed and achieve. Yet, achievement and success that are experienced from a state of fear do not bring the deepest sense of fulfillment and joy and gratitude. In fact, I've watched very successful people who create and produce from a state of fear and are very successful financially, but I see this deep unhappiness within them. I want to share another scripture with you that this is scripture day. They kept coming to my memory and I want to share it with you. It says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear." There we go, fear, perfect love being the antidote to fear. It goes on to say, "For fear has to do with punishment, and whoever fears has not been perfected in love." So I want to share a little practice with you to help you shift out of a state of fear, get into that antidote, that perfect love, and change with action steps into your place of confidence, peace, and joy. When we look around the world right now, when we look at our lives, we feel like, I've had this taken away, I've lost that, I've lost this, I can't do that anymore. But what if it's not about what you think you can or cannot do, but what if it's about what you actually can do, reclaiming your power? I definitely found myself in some of those states recently, like, oh, I can't go here, I can't do this, I can't do that. But I have purposely, every time those thoughts have come up, I've purposely chosen to go, all right, well, what can I do? I've gone out to nature. I've traveled. I've gone to see people I love and care about who want to see me and I want to see them. I don't let what someone else says determine my reality. I am responsible for my reality and what I create. You are responsible for your reality and what you create. So take advantage of what you can do and do it. With that, when fear comes up, it is simply the check engine light. It's telling us, hey, there's something you need to deal with. Oftentimes we let fear stop us, hold us back, immobilize us, sometimes for years or decades at a time. But fear is not meant to immobilize us. Fear is allowed to show up in our lives as the check engine light, saying, hey, warning, you got to deal with this. Once you deal with this, the engine's going to run smooth again, but you got to deal with it. You got to process it. You got to face it. You got to take action steps. All right, I want to help you take some action steps. by taking you on a little meditative journey. So if you are an essential oiler, I want to encourage you to grab valor if you have it, or black pepper, or ginger. We want to work with courage, fire, heating oils. Valor is all about courage. Ginger and black pepper are all about fire, light, heat, motivation, lighting a fire under you, confidence. And once you have your essential oil, and if you don't have essential oils, don't worry, you can still do the meditation and be fine. But if you have essential oils, I would like you to put them on a few places. First, we're going to place a drop on the heart. So reach up under your shirt, rub it nicely into your heart. Take another drop. You're going to place it on your solar plexus. The solar plexus is 3 finger widths above the navel, between the navel and the sternum. Rub it in there. I want you to also take some and put it on your feet. Rub a little bit into the soles of your left and right feet. And then if you want, rub your feet together, really rub it in nicely. And finally, you're going to place a little bit onto the palms of your hands. Rub those palms together. Build up a little friction and heat. And then I'd like you to close your eyes. If you're using oils, make a scent tent, bring it over your nose. Take a deep breath in. Breathe this oil into your solar plexus, the seat of your personal power and confidence. The energy center in the body that helps us move forward and be bold, move out of fear into action. I'd like you to visualize bright yellow light at the solar plexus. Each breath makes it glow brighter. Each exhale through your nose makes it pulsate and expand. The next time you inhale, imagine you can bring some of that yellow light from the solar plexus up into the heart. And keep your awareness here at the heart, visualizing a bright green sphere of light at the heart. And this is the color of love, the color of the heart. Take a couple of breaths into this heart energy center. As you inhale, it glows brighter. As you exhale, it pulsates and expands. The next time you exhale, bring some of the green from the heart down into the yellow of the solar plexus. Inhale some of the yellow of the solar plexus up to the green of the heart. Exhale some of the green of the heart down to the yellow of the solar plexus. Do another round or two, syncing and connecting heart and solar plexus. This is taking perfect love and turning it into confident, bold action. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, I'd like you to imagine you could send some of that energy of the heart and solar plexus into your hands and your feet to get translated into actions, deeds, works that transform the world into a better place. And I just have a couple of meditative questions for you. With your eyes closed, arms at your side to relax. What is your greatest fear right now in this current chapter of life? Breathe into that for a moment. And now, what is the root of that fear? What was the entry point in your life for that fear? Breathe into that. And the next question I want you to ask yourself, how are you currently feeding that fear? Is there something you're doing that heightens your fear? Is there something you're avoiding that heightens your fear? Is there any media or social media you take in that stokes that fear daily, gives it more strength and power? And now, as that scripture said, there is no fear in love. Perfect love casts out fear. How are you being guided to live in a state of unconditional love in order to cast out fear? What are the action steps you are guided to do to be in a state of love? To bring up the love and push down the fear. Is there any media you need to turn off? Are there any people on Facebook you need to snooze or unfollow for a time? Maybe not turning on social media as many times per day. Beautiful. When you feel ready, I invite you to open your eyes. Perfect love casts out fear. When we feed fear, it overwhelms us. When we starve fear, it shrivels up and dies. But it often is that indicator that there's something we gotta work on, something we gotta look at. So get out there, take your action steps, move forward boldly. There's so much you have power to do and create. Don't let the voices of anyone else stop you from being and doing what you came here to do and be. Have a blissful, powerful, beautiful day.